All right, gents, welcome back. So, a couple things I wanted to go over real quick are dump pouches. So, a lot of people have feelings about dump pouches one way or the other. I've kind of flip flopped back and forth throughout my time and trying to set up my gear. And what you're getting right now is kind of a snapshot in time of where I'm at now versus where I've been at. And to start off with, dump pouches I thought were stupid. I thought it was, referred to as the douche pouch. You hear stories about guys getting hooked on their dump pouch and getting taken for a ride on an MRAP or something like that. I've come to find the dump pouch to be a pretty useful piece of gear, and I've run it rolled up or pulled out and exposed all the way. Either way, I haven't had any problems. I haven't seen any problems. Do they exist? Are they out there? Am I diminishing? Am I, downplaying other people's experiences with them? No, but I think that the juice is worth the squeeze, if you will. So my intro into what is the best dump pouch is kind of starting from, I think, the first one I got, which would be this Tactical Tailor one. So the Tactical Tailor one, by and large, is fucking awesome. As you can see, it folds up pretty damn small. There's my hand for reference. I have average man hands, but it opens up and the volume is pretty damn big. So one of my use cases for a dump pouch is, can I, if need be, store a gas mask in it? This is my training mask. This is a Mira 6. I've actually used this with police CS and other kinds of irritants and agents, and it has actually worked. So I'm happy with this. When they come out with the 8, I might pick up an 8. But this is my training gas mask. This is a Mira 6. For training purposes, I'd use one of their soft filters. This guy's dead now, but I just kind of place it inside and makes a little unit, and it fits into the Tactical Tailor dump pouch. So, can it fit? With a little spit and can-do attitude, yes, it can. So the Mira 6 with the filter can fit into a Tactical Tailor. I don't know if this is the Fight Light, but the Tactical Tailor dump pouch. It works great. I have no problems with this dump pouch at all. I still put it on gear from time to time. From there, I fell victim to the drop culture and the new ideas. I guess one thing to note with the Tactical Tailor one is it does have this little liner that'll pop out and add a couple of inches to it. So there is that. Overall, Tactical Tailor, I think it was like $30. Awesome product. Awesome. I got no complaints about it. It works great. It does its job. From there, like I said, I kind of fell victim to the drop culture, the newest thing. And this is the T-Rex Arms dump pouch. As a dump pouch, it works just fine. It is substantially smaller than the Tactical Tailor one. And in the use case of holding some, like a phone, some extra magazines, a water bottle, maybe a radio, works great. What I liked about it was this little leg lanyard that would go around your thigh and help secure it from flopping all over the place. So this is your leg, and it flops. It's not going anywhere. That's a cool feature. I've removed that and I've put it on the Tactical Tailor one, and it works just fine. You just run it through the grommet hole on the bottom. So this one has a couple tabs, but if you just need a small dump pouch, this is a good dump pouch. My gripe with it is how big it is and the attachment method. When you roll this thing up, okay, granted, I could probably do a better job of rolling it up, but it is still pretty large. And because it couldn't hold the gas mask, I went away from it. I'll still use it occasionally. Like, I think we did a training out in the woods where I just wanted to carry some extra water bottles. I just Velcroed this on my belt, went about my day. It was awesome. So if that's all you need to carry around, some water bottles, maybe some magazines, this thing will work just fine for you. But I didn't like how big it was and how much space it took up on my belt. So from there, I went to the other end of the extreme. And this is the Blue Force Gear one. So, I mean, you could see the size difference on my belt of how much it took up. This, most of the time, would stay wrapped up like this. I wasn't really using a dump pouch for a whole lot. Kind of my progression in my training, I guess. But this guy is plenty big. This is a pretty big dump pouch for how small this piece is, and this is the piece that goes on your belt or your carrier or whatever. It's a pretty big dump pouch. It's very floppy though. There's not a whole lot of material, not a lot of weight in the material. It flops. So I'd have a water bottle in here and it was just flapping all over. And on the bottom, I have no way of securing that little leg piece like the T-Rex arms one. So this got moved to my plate carrier because if I needed to do, some random stuff has to get thrown in here, I just need that extra space. That's part of the reason I love dump pouches. As a medic, when you're working on somebody, we had to do this recently, the dump pouch is awesome because it allows you just to throw all your trash into your dump pouch behind you. Your cargo pocket, like your left cargo pocket, that's your IFAC or something. You don't want to mix up the good with the bad. Just throw it all in the dump pouch. Rolling around at Susk a couple months ago, I would throw water bottles in a dump pouch. I would throw one of the big Baofangs, the 152 knockoffs, heavy radio. I would throw that in a different dump pouch, the one I'm saving for last, but they have a lot of uses. So this guy, if you're looking at it, it did fit the Mira from what I remember. We'll find out now. Yeah, it does fit the Mira. It takes a little bit of finagling, but yes, it will fit the Mira gas mask. And the filter just goes on the inside of the mask, so it does fit. But then you have all of this weight just hanging off of here, and this is what it's doing on your belt the whole time. So that led me to look for a bigger, larger dump pouch that was a little bit heavier materials, and a company that I've been buying shit from since I was a wee lad in this. I remember buying my duty belts, my 175 riggers belts for the Navy through this company. This is from SOE Gear, Special Operations Equipment, John Willis over there. I've been buying shit from them since like 2012, 2013. Their lead times have gotten a lot better. If you need something that's not in stock, you can just shoot John an email. Their website has how to do that. But he's been great. I think I ordered some canteen pouches from him lately. Like, hey, they don't have multicam in stock. Is there any way, we could get some? And he's like, yep. Don't use a coupon code. This is the total. Send me the order number when you buy them. So years ago, like in 2013, that wouldn't have been possible with just kind of how they were running their operation. They've gotten a lot better lately. I really, really like what John's doing over there. The podcasts, I pay for the podcasts. It's like $1 a month. The guy with them, I remember driving to work when I was working at that trauma center, and they were like, we're going to do 100 episodes of this podcast, pulling the thread. And I remember just driving to work every day, and that's the thing I looked forward to, because the guy who's got on there, Scully, I think he's like a Silver Star, Bronze Star recipient, like a real fucking war hero from Scout Sniper community, doing some bad motherfucker shit in Iraq and just being a man about it. And it's kind of like hearing your uncle talk. Like, it's not a dad talk that you get from Scully, but it's like the uncle talk. So I really enjoy that. I recommend checking them out. They're just doing some cool stuff over there. And with the trend getting away from the 3 mags on your plate carrier to actually going back to soldiering skills, carrying heavy loads, durable equipment, as opposed to the super lightweight, high speed, low drag stuff that you know that the operators just come back from a hit on and they just throw it in the trash because it ripped and they just go to supply and pull another one. Not naming names of companies or anything like that, but when you get back to the true warfighting abilities and the guys that were making legitimate kit for GWAT, you've got companies like Tac Taylor. So, and this is nothing against Blue Force gear, and I've had no problems with this pouch, but feeling the difference in the qualities of this, there's not a chance in hell I would take this into a dangerous situation. It's lightweight, granted it's ripstop, it just feels like nothing. So I keep it as a spare. I may be completely wrong. Some DevGuru guy is going to be like, I ran only Blue Force gear and it worked out great. Cool, congratulations. I'm a citizen now. What I buy has to last me through the duration of whatever the fuck happens. And with that kind of mindset is why I get back to Tactical Tailor and to special operations equipment. So just a little bit about my mindset with it. This is the SOE dump pouch. Simple Velcro closure, folds open. There's a little spot in here that you can drop that down, which is how I carry it nowadays, is mostly just open. They've got some shock cord on the sides with these little bungees. So you can determine how tight you want it. And this is pretty much how I ran it through SUSC. So 72 hours in the field, doing all sorts of stuff from admin to playing the bad guy, fighting them that way. This dump pouch was fucking phenomenal. It held those radios. You could probably fit, I don't know, at least 6 PMags in here, probably more. It's a fucking awesome dump pouch, and it's become my favorite. The versatility of it, the thought that went in behind it, you can tell that John over with SOE has been making gear since the 90s. Like, you can tell that he's had multiple iterations of these, that they've made changes over the years. But gear I've bought, a decade ago from SOE, I'm still wearing their belts. There's no issue with their belts. So by quality, I do recommend that company. I really like what they're doing. But anyway, this pouch is pretty small when it's rolled up, and it easily fits Mira 6 with the filter. You could probably get a couple of extra filters in here, actually. And because it has a bigger surface area for me to attach it to the belt, and it's a thicker material, so you do have this little pass-through if you just want to run it through a belt. They've got a video on their website that shows all sorts of uses for it. You can use this as like a drill holder. If you got like a DeWalt or Milwaukee drill or like an impact driver or something, you can just feed it through your leather belt. But it's also got the pals. So I like one wrap, easy on, easy off. It's not going anywhere. If I'm not going to use a malice clip, let's use some one wrap. But because it's a heavier construction and it has more surface area to attach to the belt, it doesn't flop around anywhere near as much as this thing that like blows in the wind. So a little bit of wiggle with it. It does have that grommet on the bottom if I wanted to do the T-Rex, the little leg strap. But to give you some size comparisons, I guess. So this is the SOE one versus the T-Rex Arms one. This is the SOE versus the Tactical Tailor, which the Tac Tailor is about the same size, maybe a fuzz bigger. And then the SOE one versus the Blue Force gear. Again, I have nothing against the Blue Force gear. It just seems very lightweight and very thin to me. So again, I still use this. I'll keep this on my plate carrier somewhere over here. So if I need a quick place to drop some stuff, I just pull it down, throw my shit in there, and be about my business. This guy is on my belt around my 7 o'clock or so. And I can absolutely keep a gas mask in there if I need it. I can use it as truly like a trash can for, you know, medical supplies that I'm tearing through. You want to take that trash with you. It's worked great for that in real life. Mags, water bottles, radios. It was just like a hungry hippo. Just throw whatever the fuck you want in here, and it ate it with the little pull tabs up here. You can tighten it. Nothing came out. Running around with a radio in it, a couple water bottles. This thing was solid. So my choice right now for the best dump pouch that I have come across is going to be the Special Operations Equipment one by John Willis. So guys, I hope you got something out of it. Maybe save yourself a little bit of coin. If you're just using it for some extra mags or something like that on the range, some spares or something like that, you don't really care, Blue Force Gear is great. T-Rex Arms is great. My two choices are either the Tac Tailor or the SOE. And for me, with the features, I think the SOE wins out. So save yourself some money. These are my choices. Take them or leave them. But hope you guys got something out of it. We'll catch you next time.